Good morning, students. I am Dr. Ruchika, dealing with paper 6 18th century literature. Yesterday, I shared with you the poem Bard, composed by Thomas Gray. Today, I'll be giving you a slight introduction of the poet Thomas Gray, and then we'll continue to the poem. Thomas Gray was an English poet and writer. थॉमस ग्रे जो हैं वो एक इंग्लिश पोएट और राइटर हैं जिनका बर्थ हुआ था December 26, 1716 में and he died on July 30, 1771. Gray was an extremely self-critical writer. ग्रे जो है वो बहुत ज्यादा सेल्फ क्रिटिकल राइटर थे जिन्होंने केवल 13 पोएम्स पब्लिश की अपनी लाइफ टाइम में. He is widely known for his poem Elegy written in a country churchyard, which was published in 1751. This poem is also in your syllabus, but first we'll talk about the Bard. The Bard is a Pindaric ode. Bard जो पोएम है ये एक पिंडारिक ओड है written in 1757. So, what is an ode? An ode is a elaborate lyric. An ode is an elaborate lyric worked out in detail, expressing the poet's longing or his prayer made to a personified object, idea, or a deeply respected person. There are two types of odes. दो तरीके की odes होती है हमारी पिंडारिक ode जो कि ये हमारी पोएम है Bard and the other is Horatian ode. तो जो पिंडारिक ode है हमारी it is complicated. Its first part is strophe and the second part is antistrophe. And जो last part है पिंडारिक ode का वो क्या होता है epode. Now coming to the poem Bard. Bard means a poet. Bard का क्या मतलब होता है poet. The ode is founded on a legend current in Wales. ये ओड जो है वो किस पे बेस्ड है एक जो लेजेंड था जो वेल्स में बहुत ही ज्यादा जाना माना था that King Edward I, when he conquered country, ordered the killing of all the bards of the country. King Edward I जब किंग बने तो उन्होंने ऑर्डर किया कि जितने भी पोएट्स हैं कंट्री के उन सबको मार दिया जाए. Now as a result, majority of the poets were put to death. तो इसका क्या रिजल्ट हुआ कि कई सारे पोएट्स जो हैं उनको मार दिया गया और जो बाकी पोएट्स थे they passed their life in exile or left the country. The forces of the bloody monarch marched through the Snowdon mountain and put to death whosoever dared to challenge his authority and rule. So one of the survivors of the Bard, जो पोएट है उनके एक जो सर्वाइवर थे, he was not able to tolerate the oppressive policy of the king, तो वो सामने आए और उन्होंने एक प्रोफेसी की before committing suicide. He made his appearance on one of the rocks and denounced King Edward I for his brutality. जो मिस्टीरियस बार्ड थे पोएट थे he condemned King Edward I, उन्होंने condemn किया King Edward I को for the enslavement of the Welsh country और उनकी जो पॉलिसी थी of extinguishing the noble ardor of poetic genius on that island. उन्होंने क्या प्रोनाउंस किया that there will be death and destruction, misery and desolation everywhere for the descendants of King Edward I. और उन्होंने साथ ही क्या बोला? That they will meet their death one after the other. जो बार्ड हैं वो डिक्लेयर करते हैं on the top of the hill, prophesying about the successors of Edward. He foretells the misfortune of the Norman race. क्या डिक्लेयर करते हुए? That all the attempt of Edward I to wipe away the poetic genius of the country would fail. उन्होंने साथ ही क्या भी बोला? That England would be ruled by Welsh monarchs, और जो रेस है बार्ड्स की, पोएट्स की, that will be restored in the coming years. Now, after making this prophetic statement, he jumped into the river and was lost in darkness forever. Now, students, what the poem reveals? Poem हमें क्या बताती है? It reveals a lot of information about British history and जो भी British kings थे 16th century England के. And there is also a reference to Elizabethan age when the poets sang ecstatic songs. इस poem में Thomas Gray gives a poetic description of the charm and glory of the Elizabethan age through the mouth of the bard. So students, that's all for today and see you in the next class.